You like flock of seagulls?
I can see you do.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is DJCS. Welcome to an all-new video here on my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about the all but confirmed remastered re-releases of a Grand Theft Auto trilogy, including Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Three of the best Grand Theft Auto games that came out before the whole HD next-gen console stuff. So, before I get into any of this, this is all speculation. This is not confirmed by Rockstar yet, but basically there are a lot of sites talking about this, and it is basically all but confirmed. This is almost as confirmed as Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in the No Way Home trailer. We're just waiting to see it. It's most likely going to happen. And I'm not one for speculations and leaks and rumors and all that stuff that a lot of these guys talk about, but this is something that I'm almost certain is going to happen. But before we get any further in this video, if you're new here, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you enjoy this video, go ahead and drop it a like. I would greatly appreciate that. So why do I think it's almost certain to happen? Because that is what a lot of game companies are doing now. We look at Resident Evil when they remastered 2 and 3. They even remastered Resident Evil 1 a long time ago. You have games like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 that got remastered. You have just a plethora of games that get remastered. Even The Last of Us got a remastered, and it was only a couple of years old. There's a lot of games that get remastered. Why? Most likely because they were very popular games, and an HD remake would do greatly for it. Like Final Fantasy VII is another game that got remastered. But when these remasters happen, there are certain changes that happen to the game, and I'm going to talk about that as well. Changes I would like to see for these three games. And one thing I want to talk about with these games is that they might not be as good as you remember. Believe it or not. Me personally, I recently went back. You can see here, I went back and I played Grand Theft Auto Vice City on live stream, and it was fun. But there's definitely a lot of kinks and issues with this game that I didn't really notice 18 years ago when the game came out, almost 20 years ago. Because back then, PlayStation 2, a lot of games were just like this. They weren't what we have now. And I think that's what a lot of people don't think about, is that the games you played when you were a kid or younger aren't quite as good as you remember them. Because at that time, that was probably the best of what was out. Now, looking now, compare it to GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption or Ghost of Tsushima or Horizon Zero Dawn or a lot of games out now, and it's not as good as we remember. Like I said, I recently went back and played it, and there's a lot of issues in this game, particularly in this game. Not necessarily going to talk about GTA 3 or San Andreas, but I will touch on those a little bit. I haven't played them in forever, so there's not much I remember about them. But I'm mostly going to focus on Vice City. The story of Vice City, phenomenal. It's Scarface. There's nothing wrong with the story. What there is a lot of things wrong with is the mechanics and how it operates. Again, this was PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 couldn't process a lot of things. So the overall movement of the characters is very stiff and very just not fluent. So they need to fix that. The fighting is very again, PlayStation 2. It's very kind of, you can't really see my hand, but it's not fluid like it should be. The free aim is absolutely atrocious. Even the lock on, say a guy is behind you, you're pointing like this, and you can turn and he'll no, I hope they fix that. They definitely need to fix the free aim. I was having an issue with I can't remember his name right now, but basically the one where you're on the boat and you're fighting other boats and helicopters and stuff. I was having an issue pointing at the helicopters because the free aim is just terrible. So, or lack thereof, because I don't think you can't really look up with free aim. So that was an issue I was having. Also the sniper rifles are bad. There's not a lot of movement with them and stuff. So something to fix. Again, the whole gun mechanics, all the gun mechanics need a complete like redo. And that's what they do with a lot of these remakes. Is they go in and they fix things that they can now make better. Will it be GTA 5 level? I don't know. Will it be Red Dead Redemption level? I highly doubt it. But this should definitely be better. Also, the driving mechanics. Again, I used to play this game a lot, and driving was something I did all the time. I would literally come home after I'd beaten the game, long after I'd beaten the game, come home, pop in the disc, and just drive around, get 5 stars, you know, the whole point of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Do all kinds of stunts, which, again, the stunts are just terrible. You're, like, guaranteed to wreck your car the second you do a stunt. And I understand that's realistic, but who the hell wants to play a video game that's realistic? You want a realistic video game, you die. Game over. That's a realistic video game, you know? Nobody wants that. So, I kind of wish they would make it more like GTA 5 with the driving, or even GTA 4 with the driving. If you get in head-on collision, sure, you fly through the window. But like a lot of these stunt jumps, you end up hitting another car or flipping or hitting a tree or something, and then most likely your vehicle's already smoking. You just tap another car and you're on fire. So fix that. Again, the overall, they're definitely gonna fix the look of it. I 100% believe they're gonna fix the load screens from going from island to island. I 100% believe they're gonna fix that, especially if this comes out for PS5. Like, there's absolutely no reason we should be getting load screens even now, but definitely no load screens on the PS5. So my overall point of this video is that just a lot of people think the games they loved as a kid or teenager, they're still going to love nowadays. But if you go back and you play those, you realize they're kind of more frustrating than you believe. I even went back and played Mario 64, and it was a lot more frustrating than I remember. Because those were the games we had at the time. It was very similar to the games that we had at the time. Play a game now, you play a Mario game now, it's still kind of the same. It hasn't changed too much, with the exception of like Mario Odyssey or something like that. But even the Mario All-Stars or whatever it's called is still kind of that whole Super Mario 64 vibe, just with better mechanics and better graphics and stuff. So again, I'm definitely going to be buying these games. I'm definitely going to be playing these games. I just want people to kind of remember what these games were and how different we've come, how far we've come along in video games over the last 20 years. And they may cut stuff out. They may cut stuff. They may add stuff. They did that for Resident Evil 3. They cut out a lot of stuff from Resident Evil 3. And it changed. I don't want to say it changed the game, but it definitely changed the time of playing the game. And then you have games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I remember playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater for hours upon hours, just playing it, doing all kinds of tricks, doing all kinds of things, hitting new records with combos and stuff. But I don't really do that anymore. And I know a lot of people who bought that game saying, oh, I'm going to play this for hours. They played it once and haven't touched it again since. Because those aren't the kind of games we play anymore. We don't play games like that are just there for racing or there for, doing tricks and stuff. Unfortunately, we play online multiplayers. We play heavily story-based games, RPGs, and we play battle royales, all kinds of stuff like that. No, don't get me wrong. There is a niche for those who play Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but I guarantee if you go to Twitch, you're probably not going to find that many people watching someone play Tony Hawk Pro Skater. In fact, so I see 3 people right here, the top 3 names that came up for Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We have one with 5 viewers, one with 0 viewers, and one with 16. Now, I'm not saying much because I don't really get that many viewers. I get like 3 or 4 on a night, playing, Red Dead or horror game or whatever, God of War, whatever I'm playing lately. So it's not saying much. But let's be honest. There's not much in those games. This is just Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I'm beating up Tony Hawk Pro Skater right now, and I don't mean to because it's a great game. I loved it, like I said, when I was a kid. But that is the point. I was a kid. There are better games out now than there were then. Vice City, top. Best game, best soundtrack. Let's be honest. Best soundtrack probably still today of any game. The soundtrack is amazing. But compared to games now in graphics, in mechanics, in driving, and shooting, and fighting, it doesn't compare. So like I said, I hope they fix all that, and I'm sure they will. But again, it's Rockstar, so we're never really sure of anything. I do want to upload my Vice City gameplay. However, another issue I have with it, this is just this version of it though, is it's kind of bugged out where it's not letting me complete the game. I recently took over the mansion from Diaz. I did all the side missions with the Cubans and the Haitians and the bikers and Love Fist and Tex Avery. I did all those side quests and now I got nothing. So that's an issue I have with this game, but I also have that issue with GTA 5 on the PS4. I beat the game, and I've done one bounty for Trevor so far, and I have not gotten any other ones. And it took me forever just to get that one bounty. I think I had to wait till the casino update till I could all of a sudden do that one bounty. And like I said, I haven't gotten any other text messages or calls or anything from Mod. No other information. So it's not just, maybe it's just a Rockstar thing. Maybe it's just my PlayStation. Maybe my PlayStation doesn't want me to complete these games. I don't know. Nonetheless, I hope they fix these issues because it would be an amazing game. Just with those, if they took GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas and made them similar to Grand Theft Auto 5, I'd be amazed. They need to keep the weight thing for GTA San Andreas, where you can work out and get really buff. You can eat a lot and get fat, or just not eat and get skinny. I really enjoyed that, and I know a lot of people like that. And if they get rid of that, definitely gonna be there's gonna be backlash regardless, because you can only please so many people so much of the time. So there's gonna be backlash, like I said, regardless, because there's gonna be a new generation of people playing these games who aren't going to understand what it was like back then. So I definitely will be getting this trilogy of games that they're going to release. They're going to remaster. Most likely, like I said, it's not confirmed yet. Rockstar hasn't said anything, but we've had so much intel, so much leaks, so many sites have talked about it. Reputable sites, not just reputable leakers or whatever. So I'm pretty sure it's all but guaranteed. So like I said, I will be playing it. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop it a like. I would greatly appreciate that. With all that said and done, guys, have a good one. And as always, don't forget to tip your DJ. Later, dudes. Alright, dude. Hogtied. Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Come on.
Soundtrack of this game is amazing. I asked a coworker the other day, just out of the blue, nothing sparked it, and I said, "What happened?" Okay. Oh,
You're mine, pretty boy.
bullshit.
Officer, you really think my client was capable of that?
So I just lost all my shit now.